Hello and welcome to the Big Assembly 2023, brought to you by WorkPays. We are broadcasting live from the National Sewing Centre in the heart of Derbyshire, hosted by Minerals Matter. Now, a fun fact, the product that was used to build the M1 motorway was actually excavated from this 40-acre site. Now, my name is Nav and I'm part of the Apprenticeship Sport and Knowledge team, and I'll be your host for the Big Assembly. I'd like to welcome all of the schools and colleges joining across England, albeit virtually, in classrooms, from student centres and homes. Now, this is the 8th annual Big Assembly, and a huge, huge hello to our live audience since 2019. So, welcome. Fabulous. Now, today we are joined by apprentices from KPMG, JCB, Longcliffe, and the head of early years from the BBC. But before I introduce you to our wonderful panel, don't forget to get involved with this stream on our social media and ask and send in your questions. So without further ado, allow me to introduce you to this year's panel. First up, we have Morgan. So Morgan, just introduce yourself and which company you're from, and give a little bit of insight into that organisation.
Yeah, so I'm Morgan from Longcliffe Quarries, and my apprenticeship was HGV Mechanics, and the whole overall company is excavating, processing, and delivering limestone.
Fantastic. Okay, we're going to head over to Jackie. So Jackie, a little bit of insight into you and your company and your apprenticeship that you're on.
Hi everyone, my name is Jackie. I am from KPMG doing the audit apprenticeship. I am doing a level 7, and by the time I finish, I'll have an ACA qualification.
So what is KPMG?
KPMG is an accounting company, but they do offer other apprenticeships.
Oh, brilliant. We'll touch base on that in a little moment. Okay, so we're going to head over to Nihal. So just introduce yourself, Nihal.
Certainly. Morning, everyone. My name's Nihal. I'm an engineering degree apprentice doing a level 6 apprenticeship at JCB. And if you've not heard of JCB, we basically make diggers and tractors to make sure that infrastructure gets put in place and people can get fed.
Brilliant. And last but not least, we have Sarah Moore. So tell us a little bit about where you work and insight into your organisation.
So I work at the BBC and I lead the apprenticeships team. So that's early careers as well as staff apprenticeships. And hopefully everyone knows the BBC, but TV, online, radio, that's kind of our business.
Brilliant. Okay. So just to start off, I'm going to go around individually and ask for a fun fact. So tell me a fun apprenticeship fact relating to your organisation. So I'm going to go over to Morgan first. So tell us something fun about Longcliffe and the organisation.
Fun fact is a certain grade of mineral. This obviously goes into the products and stuff. One of them is sealant, and the one sealant went into the windscreen of a spaceship that actually went into space.
Wow.
So just from limestone. That's the things that
from
go
here
into.
Up into space. Brilliant. Fantastic. We're going to move over to Jackia. So Jackia, what's your fun fact about KPMG?
Did you know that KPMG is one of the big 4 accounting firms? So PwC, Deloitte, EY, and KPMG, they're the big 4 accounting firms in the world. And they offer not only audit apprenticeships, but they also offer business, technology, solicitor apprenticeships.
Brilliant. So we're going to pick your brain a little bit more about those. Okay, so I'm going to head over to Nihal. What's your fun fact that you want to share with everyone?
So the fun apprenticeship fact about JCB. So JCB is still a family-owned company. It's owned by JCB's son, Lord Bamford. And before he took over as chairman, he actually was an apprentice himself for 6 years. And on top of that, all of our board of directors, our chief operating officer, HR director, engineering director, all started off as apprentices in JCB.
Wow, so Matt, start from there. You can get up to, wow, fantastic. And last but not least, Sarah.
Well, the BBC, we're the world's leading public organisation, public service organisation, broadcasting organisation. And we are firmly committed to apprenticeships. In the last 2 years, we've increased the number of apprenticeships we offer and apprentices in the business by 73%. And we were recently recognised as the National Macro Employer of the Year for all the apprenticeship schemes that we run.
Wow, what was the duration that you managed to get that many apprentices on board?
Well, over 2 years, really. We're significantly ramping up the number of apprenticeships that we kind of offer and the apprentices that we want in the business. We're aiming for 1,000 by 2025. Okay. We currently have about 650, 700 on our books, and we are having another 270 odd kind of joining us this coming September. So we are seriously putting the foot on the accelerator pedal to try and get those apprenticeships in all kind of types of role as well.
Brilliant. How exciting is that? So the first question I'm going to go to you, Sarah. So I imagine you meet a lot of apprentices. So what would be the most standout thing on application form that you think, wow, that's something different? Or what would make an applicant stand out?
Well, I think the main thing is, I think it's people can very easily sort of self-select or deselect themselves.
Yeah.
And we always say, it's much better to kind of rule yourself in rather than rule yourself out. We want people that have got passion, are enthusiastic. We're looking for people, real diversity of thought. We're an organisation that has to represent its audience, and we need that to survive and to kind of, go forward in the future. So we definitely want people coming into our business that represent the whole of society, and we're really pushing for that as well. We talk about experience, but I think, we all know it's very difficult to get kind of experience in the media. And so I just would say to people to be really think broadly about that. If you've got a mobile phone, you can kind of create some things on the mobile phone. If you're interested in technology and you like putting wires together, or there's a STEM kind of club at your school, get involved in that kind of thing. We like to see evidence of passion, enthusiasm. We're looking for people's strengths and looking for what the USP, what it is that they can bring our organisation. And so really think about what it is that you have and be enthusiastic. And those are the people that kind of push through for us.
Yeah, so it's more so about, do you look at the quality, do you look at the grades ever? Or is it, yes, the grades are important, but it's more so the skill sets they're looking at that they bring to the table?
We measure people on strengths.
Yeah,
so
strengths,
it's much
brilliant.
less about kind of what qualifications they've got. Our apprenticeship schemes that we offer go from level 3 to level 7. So school leavers, career changers, we're kind of open to all, whether you're 18, whether you're 50, there is a kind of place for you at the BBC. And I think the other thing I'd say is it's very easy to think about the BBC as being a place that is all about content making. Obviously, that's our kind of bread and butter. But to make that content, so to be in production, to be a journalist, you need all of the support behind, and you need the technology to be working. So we offer a whole range of STEM roles and STEM apprenticeships, whether that's software engineers, broadcast engineers, whether that's, so you could be working on Glastonbury and sticking the wires to get,
There's lots of different places that you go into. Brilliant. Okay. Now, Morgan, I had a little chat before this, and I know that you did a level 2 apprenticeship to start off with, then you progressed on to level 3. So what skills did you start before you started your level 2 apprenticeship? And how did they move on to your then level 3 apprenticeship?
Well, before my level 2, I didn't really have any skills other than the basic things to general, know how to do your job and get to work and stuff. But progression-wise was college. They just kind of push you, said, you can do level 2, or you can progress to do level 3 if you want to, which obviously meant the pay rise, so no-brainer. You think, I'll take that, I'll do it. I'll put in the work, and it's there forever. Then you don't have to worry about it. It's something you take for life.
Was there any particular strengths that you possibly had that enabled you to go from a level 2 to then go on to level 3?
Not really. I think the main thing was you've got to be passionate about what you're doing, and you want to do your job. At the end of the day, think of it, it could be potentially you're doing it for your life. So a key thing is to enjoy what you do, and it comes naturally then, progression, because obviously you want to get the best out of it, you want to earn the most as well. So main thing is just having that self-discipline to just push on.
So it helps that you're actually interested in what you wanted to go into,
right.
and you actually find it really fun.
You don't just clock watch and thinking it's 5 o'clock, you've got to enjoy your job. The day goes quicker, the people you work with, everything in general just flows naturally.
Okay, brilliant. Okay, great stuff. So thank you. We'll get to the other panel members shortly, Jack and Nihal. Now, just to highlight, apprenticeships are for everyone. And Severn Trent have prepared this wonderful video for us and giving insight into their apprenticeship opportunities.
Hi, my name is Alicia Zimmer, and I'm the Attraction and Selection Manager here at Severn Trent. When someone says Severn Trent, you probably think water. And here as a water company, most people think of our roles as being the frontline operational roles that you see out in the community. But actually, we have such a wide variety of opportunities available, and apprenticeships are such a great way for entry level into those roles. Regardless of your background, your schooling, your qualifications, our apprenticeships are a great entry level position into our company. We have everything from level 2, which is GCSE equivalent, all the way through to level 6 and level 7, which is degree and master's equivalent. An apprenticeship really can be for anybody, regardless of the opportunity that they're looking for. Whether you're looking for something in the office or out in the field, regardless of your interests, here at Severn Trent, we truly believe we have an opportunity for everybody. We have over 200 people doing completely different roles, all on an apprenticeship. It's your career and your choice. Let's hear from some of our current apprentices.
My name's Lucas Murphy, and I'm a technical operator apprentice at Severn Trent. So when I was younger, I knew that I didn't really want to be in an office all day doing work on a computer, so with Severn Trent I knew that I could do a bit more of an outdoors activity whilst also having that bit of time in the office to myself.
My name's Hassan Rashid. I'm a level 7 solicitor apprentice working in the in-house legal team at Severn Trent whilst working towards becoming a qualified solicitor. My experience here has been so great. Honestly, I've done so many things. I'm 4.5 years into it and I'm just getting so much experience, so very grateful.
So I quite like the idea of this apprenticeship because it's more earning and learning at the same time, whereas with other jobs, if I was to go straight into it, I don't really get that trial that you do with an apprenticeship. So far, it hasn't been like normal college work. It's been quite a lot more interactive with other students, getting to know them, just because there's a lot of team activities involved.
Hi, I'm Ollie. I'm an apprentice at Severn Trent and I do a role called an operational technician. I chose this apprenticeship because I wanted to be hands-on and have a practical role and not go to college and just be in a classroom all day.
Hi, I'm Gracie and I'm a HR consultant apprentice. So with my apprenticeship, I get to do lots of different placements. So from learning and development onto our general HR team and then onto reward and other factors into the HRBPs and casework team, I'm able to experience the whole of HR and really embrace and embody the apprenticeship learning experience by jumping around to different placements.
Apprenticeships are amazing. I recommend one 100%. I would not go back.
So now that you've heard from some of our apprentices who joined us on programme, hopefully that brought to life the benefit and the impact that apprenticeships can have for the individual as well as the business. There really is so much more on offer with apprenticeships than most people really understand, and we truly believe that apprenticeships are the vehicle to take you wherever you want to go.
So again, a great video from Severn Trent highlighting the different apprenticeship opportunities within the organisation. Now, there are so many diverse apprenticeships available, and some of the most important for the future are green apprenticeships. Now, these cover our climate, environment and sustainability. Now, Drax, an energy company, has prepared this video for us on what it's like to be an apprentice with their organisation.
Absolutely recommend it. Like I said, it helps you develop yourself.
Definitely go for it. I feel I've progressed not only within the apprenticeship but also in my confidence. I'm completing a corporate responsibility and sustainability apprenticeship.
I'm completing a mechanical maintenance apprenticeship.
I'm currently completing a technical electrical apprentice at Jobs.
I am completing the Digital Technology and Solutions Specialist Apprenticeship, brackets data science.
I'm completing an electrical control and instrumentation technician apprenticeship. Through speaking to people, I've sort of got a good idea of what's entailed with the apprenticeship and been able to find out about the company before I applied, and then now I'm here. It's a really good place.
I believe my apprenticeship has the impact on a greener future, that we are working with technologies and industries that need to continue to develop in order for net zero to happen. Drax is at the core of that.
I feel my apprenticeship will impact communities, businesses and education. It's important to target people from a younger age and identify the issues that are ongoing.
I'm definitely more independent. I'm more hands-on, especially in home life. For example, we had a lawnmower breakdown. It was an electrical problem I fixed straight away.
Give me communication skills and the ability to work within a smaller team or a larger team with people from different backgrounds to do with either age or where they come from or their different beliefs.
I feel I've gained a lot of confidence and I'm increasing my knowledge as I go through my apprenticeship, and it's really good to see my personal development coming through as well.
Thank you for that video, Drax. Now, Jackia, my question's going to go to you. So, did you experience any barriers for choosing an apprenticeship from your peers, your family, or the people around you?
I did. So when I was applying for an apprenticeship, I was in sixth form. Not many people were applying at all. I was one of the. It was me and this other student, two of us applying for two finance roles. It was something different, but everyone was telling me, you might not get it, which is true because apprenticeships are very competitive. So I applied for university and my apprenticeship, and I did get in. And from my family as well, like my older brother, he's studying abroad, at university. My sister, who's younger than me, she's also at university. So I'm that middle child. I didn't choose the normal route. So to my parents, it was like, why? Why do you want to do an apprenticeship? So I had to educate my parents. And sometimes you have to do that. You have to do your research, go up to your family, friends, explain to them, because not everyone knows. Apprenticeships have always been there, but over the coming years, they've become more and more important. So now, important in the sense that you can go in higher qualifications. You can potentially, with my qualification, I'll be a chartered accountant by the time I finish. And this is what people are doing. After they go to university, they want to come to a company like mine and finish their qualification off to become an accountant. And I'm already in that path to do that. So yeah, I did face barriers, but these are things that you have to educate. Not everyone will know because it's up and coming.
I bet your parents brag about what you do now to other family members? So my daughter does this. Is that a case?
Yeah, my parents tell other like my family friends, and I've also noticed that my family friends are all like my cousins and my cousins' family friends who are similar age to mine. They're also looking into and they message me on WhatsApp like, oh, do you have an advice? Yeah. So not everyone knows about it. This is why we're doing events like this, so you guys are all aware that there is other options out there. University doesn't have to be the only option for you.
So that was, again, a little bit of an insight into Jackie's perspective. We're going to quickly move on to Nihal. Now, this question, Nihal. Some people think apprentices get paid less than their peers, so who went to university. What's your opinion on this?
Well, in the case of JCB, that's not the case.
Yeah.
But even if it was, I would say that at the end of the day, you've still been working the time that your peers have been going to university, so you've still been earning money.
Yeah.
So we've got a good chunk of our intake who are 20, 21 years old and are getting on the property ladder already, which is not something that anyone else in their friends group have been able to do, but because they've been doing a degree apprenticeship, that they've been able to do that.
It's basically saying they earn decent money.
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. What's your thoughts on that, Sarah? Do you have anything to add to that?
Well, I think
as an employer?
apprenticeships are obviously a brilliant alternative to university. You know, a lot of people can't afford to go to university, and apprenticeships offer that kind of social mobility. And I think as an employer, you know, we are very mindful of our salaries. We offer continuing contracts, as in, so when you finish your apprenticeship, you kind of can go into a job unless you're on a production scheme. And even if you're on a production scheme, we set you up for a freelance life. So kind of to get you networked and kind of employable, you know, skills. So so I would say, you know, 19.5 grand is our kind of starting salary, and that's if you're outside London. And but if you're inside London, you kind of get another bump up as well. You get London waiting, and that's just the start, really.
Brilliant.
So definitely a serious alternative, and that we hope that, you know, kids, parents, schools are really open to.
So you've highlighted a really good point there, the fact that university is not the only option. You can do an apprenticeship and get paid decent salary, but there's lots of options out there for you.
And get the same, you know, qualification as well. You know, whether you're going to get A-level equivalents, or whether you're going to get a degree apprenticeship, or whether you're going to get a master's apprenticeship. You know, there's a wealth of opportunity out there, and you can get paid while you're doing it. You know, earn while you learn. So so you know, that's why we are firmly committed to it, because it gives so many people an opportunity to kind of come into the workplace. And actually, the hands-on experience that you get as an apprentice is invaluable in comparison to where you're going to university.
Thank you for that, Sarah. So we are going to be moving over to our friends at Bentley, who recently produced this video for their apprenticeship scheme, which is fantastic.
I'm Gerald. I currently work at Bentley Motors as a Digital Technology Solutions degree apprentice. An apprenticeship is a way to work full-time for an employer while studying for qualifications at the same time. I work 4 days in the office at Bentley, and my one day outside the office is at Manchester Metropolitan University, and I'm studying towards a Digital and Technology Solutions degree apprenticeship.
I'm Holly Proudfoot and I am an electrical test planning engineer. So it's an apprenticeship I started 8 years ago, and it's a combination of electrical and mechanical rectification. So as part of that we did a BTEC in engineering, and we did an IMI in motor vehicle repair and diagnostics. Doing that led me into becoming an automotive electrician at Bentley, so I was fixing and testing cars on our production line, and then became a team leader in that area. So now I'm actually creating the tests that I was running when I was an apprentice. That's what an apprenticeship's about. You learn that whilst you're earning, and the thought of that kind of pulled me in as well.
I'm Zach and I'm a degree apprentice in the design for manufacturing team. So what I do here is I get involved in the projects from 4 years in advance, ahead of its production schedule. It is really fun to get involved in the servicing design team. You get to see aspects that not even everyone in the whole business gets to see. And it's a proud moment when you've worked on something 4 years ahead of its production to see it going down the line, and then when it's finally launched. So I took the option of going to university, where I did a course in design for engineering. So I did that for 1 year, and then saw an opportunity to apply to Bentley Motors as a degree apprenticeship, where I thought I can get 4 years learning, 4 years education, and then I can combine that together to hopefully get a job I would like.
I love cars. I've always had a passion for it since I was younger. Every time I come to the office, my office is quite far from the car park, so it gives me a 10-minute walk, and that 10-minute walk doesn't get boring at all. Just seeing all the new cars, the new specifications. So when I first started, I was new to the IT systems and everything, so I got that help and support from other apprentices, as well as my manager and also other key people in the business as well.
When I started, I was kind of one in 10 females, but ever since then, every year, there's been a new female mechatronic apprentice, and you see more and more around the production areas, in manufacturing, everywhere from mech to electrical testing, electrical engineering, so many more females that we see, and progressing through the business, which is amazing. And we're also doing a lot of outreach to encourage young aspiring females to join Bentley, which is something I'm really passionate about.
Thank you to our friends at Bentley. Now, have you heard about the Career Starter Apprenticeships, which are found in all job sectors from health to construction to teaching to tech? You can find out more at apprenticeships.gov.uk. Now, we have lots of friends here. We have our friends at Boots who prepared this wonderful video about what it's like to be an apprentice for their organisation.
I decided to do an apprenticeship to open more doors in my career. I'm doing a data technician apprenticeship just because it has loads of transferable skills. So I came into Boots on the Kickstart scheme, which was only a 6-month placement. Once that was finished, I went over to the CSC for a few months and eventually came back to my current job role, where my manager helped me look at options for my future.
I completed a level 4 business and admin apprenticeship, which involved going to college for 3 hours a week. I then went on to complete a level 6 chartered manager degree apprenticeship course, so I'm now a qualified chartered manager at Boots.
I wanted to work at Boots because it's a massive company. It's all about progression, and speaking to my line manager, I have been able to see that line of progression, which is something quite important being only 22.
From completing my apprenticeship, I've been able to do a combination of written learning and practical learning. This has meant that I've been able to learn and practice the skills and knowledge in both the workplace and through revision. Within the apprenticeship as well, I've been able to see how I can progress even more and go on to the next level.
One of the key skills I think I've gained is my confidence. So when I started my apprenticeship, I was quite quiet and want to talk to a lot of people, and I wanted to kind of progress with being more confident, and that's definitely helped me through my apprenticeship. So being involved in presentations, team tasks.
So I'm going to learn loads of new data skills for my apprenticeship, learn how to use different systems in Boots. It's going to help me develop by making me more confident, because I'm going to be more assured of my skills and work with different teams as well.
You feel engaged, people actually want to speak to you and listen to what you have to say. The progression path as well, it gives you a chance to improve and better yourself and grow as an individual.
Completing 2 apprenticeships has taught me how to self-reflect both work-wise and as a person. I encourage and recommend all individuals who are wanting to start a new career or change their career to apply for an apprenticeship, no matter what age they are, in order to achieve their goals.
Thank you to our friends at Boots. But one thing you see is predominantly from all these videos is the confidence that all these different levels of apprentices have from the different industries. Now, we are going to go to the audience, our live audience, to ask a question. I know that we have a number of students that have a few questions on us. So I'm going to ask you at the front. What's your name, sorry?
Dan.
What's your name?
Dan.
Dan. Hello, Dan. What's your question for the panel?
What is one piece of advice you can give us to support our decision if we want to do an apprenticeship?
Let's go to Morgan for this one. Yeah, one piece of advice you would give.
That's a good question, to be fair. One piece of advice is just don't think into it too much. And your GCSEs, there's nothing really to stopping you. Whether you've got good grades or bad grades, you can progress however you want.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you. Jackie, what would you think your one piece of advice you would give, maybe to your younger self, anyone sat here in the audience?
I would advise you guys to do your research, like plenty of research. Research doesn't mean online only. Go speak to your teachers. Go to careers events. You've attended this. This is also research. So keep doing your research.
Brilliant. Should we go over to Nihal? Do you have anything you want to add to that?
I guess advice would be both when you're outside of applying for an apprenticeship, make sure you got a good base. Always remember that ladders can fall over, but pyramids are stable. So make sure you have a good base and have a good breadth of knowledge, and then that will help you progress up to a point of wherever you want to get to.
And it could be a case that you redirect to a different area.
Exactly, yeah.
So it's not just stuck into one pathway. You can redirect. It's never standstill, move into a different direction.
Exactly, yeah.
Brilliant. Nice. Sarah, do you have anything different you want to, pearls of wisdom you want to share?
Well, I think everyone's kind of said it really, but I was going to say, passion, enthusiasm, do your research. I think that's really key. If you go onto the websites of any of these big businesses, you hunt out and you'll be surprised about the opportunities. There is an apprenticeship out there for you, just in the BBC, journalism, production, but data, cybersecurity, software engineering, HR, legal, there are a wealth of opportunities out there. So find out what's the thing that really excites you, and then go for that really, and think about what experience you might want to get and how and what you can kind of build into that. But definitely don't rule yourself out, because there is definitely something for you.
Yeah, definitely. So Nihal, have you been working on any exciting projects, or maybe in the past couple of years you've done your engineering apprenticeship? Is there something that's stuck on? I think this is so cool, I want to share.
So just recently, actually, we finished a project where we took 36 apprentices from JCB. So this is not just engineering people. Obviously, we're an international company, so we had HR apprentices and marketing apprentices and finance apprentices, everything. And we basically got together and built an electric digger, which we got then 20 local school children to put their handprints on. We all signed it and we sold it and raised £96,000 for the NSPCC.
Oh, wow, wow, fantastic. That's amazing. That's pretty amazing, Nihal. Brilliant. I'm going to move on to Jackie. What support have you received at KPMG regards to your apprenticeship when it comes to balancing work and studying?
I mean, in terms of balancing work and studying, you just have to inform your seniors. If you're working on a client and you can't, you've got study, you have to make sure communication is key.
Brilliant.
So, yeah,
Thank you so much. Thank you, Jackie. Brilliant. Okay, so wow. What a fantastic show. We're actually at the end of the 2023 Big Assembly. A big thank you to everyone on our panel, Morgan, Jackie, Nihal and Sarah. A big thank you to our partners, the amazing National Stone Centre, based in Derbyshire, for being an exceptional host. And last but certainly not least, a big thank you to everyone watching. I hope this has inspired you to consider your next steps. If you'd enjoyed this year's Big Assembly, we'd love to hear your thoughts. So please reach out on our social media platforms. And remember to keep checking the Big Assembly website for even more content. For examples, we have representatives from the NHS talking about the apprenticeship opportunities. These videos and many more will be uploaded throughout National Apprenticeship Week. Now, careers leaders, teachers, school staff, this next part is just for you. If you found today's information valuable, our Ask Ambassadors who work on the Apprenticeship Sport and Knowledge Programme would love to visit your schools. So please do reach out and contact us on the email address at bookingrequestasked@workpace.co.uk. It's very important. Seen us out is a special message from Robert Halfon, the Minister for Skills. I'm Nav, and this has been the Big Assembly 2023. Thank you for watching, and see you next year.
Hello, I'm Rob Halfon, the Minister for Skills, Apprenticeships and Higher Education. I'm really pleased you've watched this year's spectacular Big Assembly and taken the opportunity to learn why, like me, so many people believe apprenticeships are such an exciting option for you, your career and your future. I know tens of thousands of people across England tuned into this event at homes, in offices and in classrooms. Today you've heard it from the experts, apprentices at all stages of their careers, as well as leaders at some of the country's biggest organisations. You've heard their inspirational stories about how apprenticeships provide the skills, experience and knowledge to ignite people's career dreams. There's never been a more thrilling time to gain the skills you need to forge your career and transform your life. Indeed, the options have never been greater. Many apprenticeships are perfect for those looking for their first job after leaving full-time education. These include career starter apprenticeships, which are found in all job sectors, from health to construction, from teaching to technology. They don't require any previous work experience to get started, and they often lead to rewarding long-term careers. The amazing thing is that there are over 600 different apprenticeship roles out there. There really is something for everyone. Apprenticeships provide that first step on the ladder of opportunity to really great prospects, enabling you to climb rung by rung towards greater earning potential and future prosperity. You can earn while you learn. You don't have to pay fees or take out a loan. And at the same time, you get brilliant hands-on experience in your chosen industry. All apprenticeship costs are paid for by the employer and the government, and apprenticeships are on offer in the largest companies or with smaller local employers. There are apprenticeships from GCSE to university degree level. So whatever your final qualifications are, when you leave school or college, there are opportunities waiting for you. I hope you've learnt enough about apprenticeships in the Big Assembly to give you confidence and backing when making your future career decisions. If you want to secure the skills, industry expertise and a job in your favourite type of industry, it's all about 3 words: high quality apprenticeships. To find out more, go to www.apprenticeships.gov.uk. You'll be able to listen to video stories from a range of apprentices, browse apprenticeship opportunities by location and sector of interest, and read all about the benefits apprenticeships provide. The site has everything you need to make the best choice on your future. Thank you.